Hello and welcome. This is Alchemistexe, and welcome to a weekly update on an unusual day. They had maintenance a day early, and the reset happened a day early. And so here we are with a new collab with one of the new characters released so far for the gacha, and then one free character as well. So this is a pretty big deal because Global has not had a non-Gumi property collab in a long time. I think that 7 Deadly Sins was the last one, and I don't even remember when that was. I still use my king sometimes, by the way. But yeah, that happened a way long time ago. We'd pretty much written off collabs happening at all, and we're operating under the assumption that all of the increased amount of global content we were getting, like global exclusive, was to be in lieu of actual collabs, and then they just dropped this almost out of nowhere. So I'm 100% okay with this. My philosophy on collabs is usually that it's a good short-term investment. So as long as you're able to not like burn out all your resources on it, and you can get like a good deal on a unit, they can kind of carry you for a while, especially if they're filling a niche in an element or damage type that you otherwise wouldn't have. And like, eventually they'll probably get power crept unless you're like really lucky and they have like a rerun like what Japan got with Attack on Titan. I'm not sure. I wouldn't speak to that here because Global has never had a rerun of a non-Gumi property collab, so I just keep that in mind. So that's the big thing. Before we get to that, as usual, there's going to be, content update and banner update. There's also a jam return banner, so I'm going to summon on that, but I'm not going to do any other summoning because I'm going to wait until Friday and then Saturday to decide exactly what I want to do with my gems. I'm probably going to end up going for the new unit Naofumi, just because you can get him for very little gems, but I want to see what they offer for Christmas before I make any big decisions. But yeah, before we get into the meat of the collab, there's a couple once-a-day quests, one of which you can get a decent chunk of either dark, light, or wind shards, so definitely do that. It's super easy. A once-a-day for the unique XP items. There's 3 different vision clears, as well as the manliness quest, which I think if it's your first time doing it, you can get like an okay accessory out of it, and then also a bunch of free XP for male units. But yeah, so let's get into the collab itself. So this one is done in the style of like Genesis, like dungeon quest style content. So you'll find it under special quests. And so it's got the normal quests and hard quests with a normal boss, hard boss, so you get the coins and use them to summon on stuff. I haven't gotten too far into it, but just by doing the quests, you'll get the free character, and then keep getting shards from her from the different missions and milestones. So seems like she's pretty easy to raise. Probably more impactful for new players than more experienced players, but I like to see what the free units can do. So I think everyone can benefit quite a bit from just doing this and then doing the box event. And then you can also get shards for the Gacha collab units as well. Although right now only Naofumi is out, the Raftalia and Philo will come out in the coming weeks. It's kind of a long collab, and there will also be a raid for it as well. But yeah, I'm still kind of shocked because I just did not see this coming at all. Like we're so resigned to not seeing something like this, and then just all of a sudden, I've never seen this anime before either, so I know nothing about it other than seems like an isekai anime, which you never see those. But yeah, that is it pretty much for the content, at least for now. There'll be more collab stuff in the coming weeks. So let's go ahead and take a look at the banners. Alright, before we get into the banners proper, it's the traditional, here's a couple things I forgot to mention. A bunch of units got their gate 6, including Jin and Chihaya, 2 units who I think could always use more HP. A few other ones in there, like Ryle, who, fun fact, my first ever 5-star. But yeah, nothing too crazy. They also scaled up some of the spy and sniper abilities. I don't know if that's going to really change the game for anybody, but for Jin, it's a noticeable improvement just because some of his jewel costs have gone down, so that's always great. Okay, now into the banners proper. So first things first, there is a free summon with a guaranteed 5-star. They show really rare units on the picture, but most people are not going to see them. But it's free, so we're not going to complain too much. Next is a gem return banner, so that's all good. You know, just if this is your first gem return banner, do this before you do anything else because you get gems for free. Go as high as you possibly can on it, and then you'll end up with more gems than what you started with. So that's all plus side. I'm glad that they did this right away upon reset rather than having it show up on the weekend. I didn't like it when that happened before. But yeah, that's all there is to say about that. Next up is a really bad banner for the new Collab Unit Naofumi, so ignore that in favor of this banner. This 9-step is really good if you want this unit because it's got multiple discounted steps on it, so your discount tickets will carry you farther than they normally would. And then he's flat out guaranteed on step 5. And then if you want to get more shards of him, you can keep going on the banner and get more shards guaranteed. So, you know, if you want to go all the way the 9 steps, even with the discount tickets, it'll be a little costly, but less costly than it normally would be. So I think that's pretty nice. I would just consider how many shards of him you need, you know, as far as like how you want to use them, because you'll also get another 100 shards of him for free once you get him just from the shard quest that runs for 2 weeks. And then you get another 25 for free from the box event as well. So I just take that into account. But overall, I'd say very, very good in terms of, you know, what's being offered. And then below that is not a good banner. Just as great as those Christmas skins are, that's actually kind of deceptive too, because like you get the skins from the memento, you don't even get it from the units. So I doubly dislike this banner. Below that's a decent one. So if you're free to play, then this is a really good way to get really rare units, because if we were going to take a look at the pool, you'll find that everybody, including global exclusive Dark Phantoms, Genesis, all the other limited 5-stars, they're all there. So, you know, not great odds of anything specifically, but if your resources are limited and like you can't do paid banners, then this is a good way to pick up, you know, at least something potentially. Wait, one more thing. Okay, good. Yes. 5-star is guaranteed every step. That's important too, because even though most people that do it, most of their 5-stars won't be good, it still goes a long way, because no fun doing a banner and getting all blues. All right, below that is the normal collab style for mementos. You get it on step 5, keep doing it after step 5 to get more copies of it. So if you really want to go full on for the collab, that's how you get the memento. Below that is a kind of interesting banner. So the mementos you see here, they make up the entire 5-star pool. So anytime you get a 5-star, it'll be one of those, which in itself is not too bad. The Nina memento, as I mentioned last week, very, very good. The only one I'd consider not too great is Klima's. I like the skin that comes with it, but it wouldn't give you much like gameplay wise. I'd say like if you are like full in on the Goeta units like Red and LIlith and Eliza, then I'd recommend this banner even more, because all of their mementos are on there, and then you have the added bonus of getting Nina's, because I think anybody could use Nina's. If you're not into those units or you don't have them, then it's less appealing, because then the chances of like running a few steps and only getting those is a little bit higher. That's the position I'd be in. But even then, I'm a little tempted, just because it seems like an easy way to get, or easier way to get Nina's memento. And then below that, the last banner that isn't old is just the normal 9-step. So if you want one of these 3 mementos and you want to guarantee it, which in all honesty, I assume it would probably be the Christmas one, because the Ira one is ancient by our standards, and the LIlith one, you know, I assume the people really wanted or needed that would have gotten it when it first came out. So If you really want that Christmas memento, if you got like a Gate 6 Eliza or Gate 6 Lilith, then I guess. I don't think that's most people though. So yeah, that is it for the banner. So I'm going to do the free summon, and then I'm going to do the gem return, and then I will be signing out. So yeah, let's do a little bit of summoning. Let's start with the free unit summon. My track record, as some of you may know, is not too great. I'll never complain too much about a free summon, but I always wondered how many of these I'd have to do before I got a result where I was like, oh, that's awesome. Or hell, even that's pretty good. Alright, what is the guarantee going to be? Zen. Well, that could have been worse. I think I'm all gated out presently, kind of nearing his gate 6. Or I might already have enough. But if there's any gates I haven't capped out on Zen, I might want to grab them. He's not the next Templar to get a job plus. I think he'll be after Veer. But from what I was looking at for the Japan version, it was pretty cool. It's kind of like he gets disable heal on himself, and then he does more damage. That could synergize really well with Nero. Yeah, so okay. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, let's move on to the gem return banner. I usually get pretty close to the minimum amount on these. I imagine most people do. I've had a couple ones where it was like a couple thousand more than the minimum on the final step, but that's about it. Yay, Dark Shards, which may go towards Naofumi, depending on how things go. 800, alright. It always seems like the first couple of steps are a little more generous than the last couple ones. Okay, so this will be somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000. Hey, robot. And water. Oh yeah, my poor water shards. Ainz ate all of them. Okay, so that one was the minimum. Figured we'd get at least one. And now the 10k one. So somewhere between 11 and 20. More dark shards. Well, that's a welcome experience. And more gear shards. Oh, I need to use those on the Kukulon earrings. Alright, slightly more than the minimum. Hooray. And I'm not super worried about it because it's still free gems. Oh yeah, so they show up in your gifts. So I have to snag the ones that I got to get myself over the 30k bump, and these other stuff I forgot to claim from buying stuff in the shop earlier. Okay, let's run back to that banner. And the final step. Is that another robot? Sweet, I'll take it. And wind. Another one I need to build back up because Dark Nyx ate all of those. It looks like it was the minimum. But, you know, still free gems. So yeah, I know I said this earlier, but I just wanted to reiterate. The reason I'm holding off on the Naofumi banner is because I want to see what the Christmas offer is. Like, if there's some kind of banner where I get something really cool, like especially if I got a different dark unit, I might reconsider, but I doubt that's going to happen. Even if there is a really good Christmas banner, I'm expecting maybe like a reroll or something with a kind of cool guarantee or something, but nothing like earth-shattering. So once that option is made, then I'm probably just going to go for the Naofumi banner and possibly go for the memento as well. I need to like test him out and see how much I like him. So far I like the premise of his whole like shield and taunting and having a defensively based character in dark and otherwise offensively oriented element. So That is exciting. So I might, it might take me a few days because I'm probably not going to do any YouTube stuff for the next few days because of that whole holiday thing. So probably be like kind of towards Monday or Tuesday. So that being said, I hope all of you have good luck on your summoning and have fun during the collab and have a happy holiday, whatever it is you'll be celebrating if you're celebrating. And I will see you all next time.